This short video will introduce you to ActiveVault, an exclusive feature of Quantum Scalar tape libraries. ActiveVault is a secure in-library vault that protects data from ransomware without having to export media from the library. The key to thwarting ransomware is keeping a copy of data that is not accessible by a remote attacker, sometimes called air-gapped. The classic example of air-gapped storage is a tape sitting on a shelf in the data center. The problem with shelf-based storage is that it takes administrator effort to physically move tapes from the tape library to the shelf and back. Manual filing takes time, is error-prone, and tapes can be damaged if they are dropped. It's all very inconvenient and risky. What if you could have a secure vault within the tape library itself without having to ever manually handle tapes? That's exactly what ActiveVault provides. Most libraries today support partitioning to enable multiple applications to share the same library. Quantum Scalar libraries also have the concept of system partitions. System partitions are used by the library for specific licensed features. ActiveVault is a type of system partition. Let's look at how easy it is to create an ActiveVault partition on a Scalar i6 library. This image graphically shows all the slots and drives in this library, coded by color. We can see that this library currently has a single application partition and some unassigned slots. A black bar means there is a tape in that slot or drive. A white bar means that resource is empty. I'm going to create an ActiveVault partition from those unassigned slots. Once I name the new partition, I can select ActiveVault as the type. Notice that all the other values except storage slots are now grayed out. This is the key to ActiveVault's security. I can't assign any drives to this partition or assign a robotic control interface. This means there is no way to connect this partition to the outside world in any way. It's air-gapped storage within the library. I'll assign all 20 remaining slots to this partition and click Apply to create it. Returning to the library screen, we see that the formerly unassigned slots now belong to the new ActiveVault partition. You're probably wondering exactly how a tape gets into the ActiveVault partition. This is done with something called an export redirect. When an application is told to export a tape from a tape library, it will put that tape into an import-export slot, also known as an IE slot for short. When the administrator removes the tape from the IE slot to store it elsewhere, the application notes in its database that the tape has been exported and is no longer under its control. If the application needs the tape in the future, it will notify the administrator to return it to an IE slot in the library. With ActiveVault Export Redirect, when a tape is exported by the application, the library moves that tape out of the IE slot and into the ActiveVault partition. The application sees that the tape has been removed from the IE slot and marks it as exported as normal. The tape remains in the library, but safe in the ActiveVault, isolated from the network and not visible to the application. Export redirect happens without any operator intervention based on policy. Let's see how that's configured. On the Partitions screen, I can select the application partition, then click ActiveVault in the Policies area. Checking the checkbox enables a vault policy for this partition. I can then specify that I want the export redirect to move tapes to the ActiveVault partition. Barcode filter is used if you want only certain tapes to be redirected. Clicking Apply applies this policy to the application partition, enabling ActiveVault functionality. Now when the application exports tapes, the library will move them to the ActiveVault automatically. When media in the ActiveVault is needed again, The admin simply instructs the library to move the required tape back into the IE slots, and the application can import it from there as usual. Library admin accounts are protected with multi-factor authentication, so this process is extremely secure from remote attack. To see how ActiveVault works end-to-end with your backup application, see the other videos in this series, where we demonstrate ActiveVault working with Veeam, Commvault, NetBackup, and more. Thanks for watching.